Hello and welcome to This Week in Berkeley Heights, brought to you by thealternativepress.com, Berkeley Heights' daily online newspaper. I am Michael Shapiro, owner and publisher of thealternativepress.com. Each week, This Week in Berkeley Heights will bring you a roundup of the latest news in Berkeley Heights and a look ahead at events around town. Later on in this broadcast, in our community segment, we will speak with Stephanie Bacus, director of the Berkeley Heights Public Library. And during our business segment, Dr. Patrick Smith of Smith Chiropractic in Berkeley Heights will speak with us about initiatives of the Suburban Chamber of Commerce in Berkeley Heights. Earlier this week, Berkeley Heights residents came in high spirits to Memorial Park to watch the annual tree lighting, greet Santa, and enjoy a show of fireworks and carolers. The tree lighting ceremony has been an anticipated Christmas-time ceremony for more than 17 years, and is one of the township's biggest events of the year. A free event for the entire community, it's a special occasion that brings the residents together, with Santa visiting the children in the morning and the tree lighting commencing in the evening. The event is primarily run through the township's Recreational Commission and Special Events Committee, with Tom Barton and Caroline George organizing and overseeing the function. It's a free event, which is great, and it just brings everyone together, George said. It's all about having fun and getting involved in the community. Barton, who is director of the Special Events Committee, said the event is well worth the effort. All I have to do is provide the refreshments and line up the volunteers, but everyone already knows about the event, he said. It's a little work for a rewarding outcome. To read the full story about the event, visit www.thealternativepress.com. In safety news, 2 area teenage girls recently reported being approached by the same vehicle, and local police departments are urging residents to remain alert. As reported by thealternativepress.com, a 13-year-old Morristown girl told authorities that at 7:20 a.m. last Wednesday, a blue vehicle, possibly a Ford Fusion, had approached her, and the driver motioned for her to get into the car. When she ran away, he left the area. She told police that the driver was a white male, late 40s or 50s, wearing a dark jacket and a black cap. At 2:45 that afternoon, a vehicle matching that description followed a 14-year-old Florham Park girl as she was walking home from the school bus drop-off center. When she turned into her driveway, the driver left the area. Residents are urged to report this or any other suspicious behavior by calling 911 or calling 908-464-1111. In other news, retired Major League first baseman Steve Balboni and his wife Eve are selling their Berkeley Heights home, which they have lived in since 1992. The couple plans to stay in the Berkeley Heights area. Their Burlington Road home is being sold through Susan Barba of Turpin Realtors. The house was perfect for the Balbonis and their 3 boys. Eve is a jewelry designer and had plenty of space to work. And Steve enjoys woodworking and put in the home's built-in shelving. Steve told thealternativepress.com, "I love the Yankees. I still think of myself as a Yankee, although I grew up a Red Sox fan, so my dad was disappointed when I signed with them." He says he misses the camaraderie of being a professional baseball player and even the uncertainty of working for the notoriously volatile George Steinbrenner, but he's happy and content living in New Jersey with his wife by his side and his sons nearby. "That's my favorite team," he said. To read the full story, visit www.thealternativepress.com. The GL varsity ice hockey team has teamed up with Hall's Garden Center in Berkeley Heights to help decorate your home or business or give a gift to a neighbor. So please help support the varsity ice hockey team and buy your poinsettias from the team. Purchase poinsettia plants in red, pink, or white for $12 each. Simply email the details of your order, your name, email, address, phone number, and quantity by color to Denise Ganger at cgang@verizon.net. All orders must be placed by December 9th. Orders can be picked up on December 15th at 24 Klein Place in Berkeley Heights between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. Cash and checks accepted when you pick up your order. Checks should be made payable to the Highlander Booster Club /Ice Hockey. Summit resident Sam Awad, an architect and a photographer, is exhibiting his photographs through the month of December at the Berkeley Heights Public Library. His exhibition is titled Up Close and Personal and includes photographs of personal moments with his surroundings. He has exhibited in several juried shows in New Jersey since immigrating to the United States in 1985. I find emotions anywhere. They lie across the ocean, in the majestic Alps, or sitting right in my own backyard, Mr. Awad said. But what can I see no one else can see? Photography is my way of sharing it with others. In business news, CVS will be replacing the Pizza Hut in Berkeley Heights. And to end the news portion of our program, children attending the Berkeley Heights YMCA after-school program remembered U.S. troops for the holidays by making special holiday cards during November to be sent to soldiers on active duty for the December holidays. Pictured from left to right, back row, Caitlin Escott, Trevor Johnny, Darren Ho. Front. Left to right, front row, Rachel Green, Ethan Nidick, Allison Sheketano, and Tyler Bradley. Coming up next, we have Librarian Director Stephanie Bacus. You are watching This Week in Berkeley Heights. We'll be right back.
What if a disaster strikes without warning? What if life as you know it has completely turned on its head? What if everything familiar becomes anything but? Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, it's up to you to be ready. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed today. Learn how at ready.gov.
Welcome back to This Week in Berkeley Heights. With me today in our Community Corner segment is the director of the Berkeley Heights Public Library, Stephanie Bacus. Stephanie, welcome. Stephanie, recently the Berkeley Heights Public Library, their children's department recently reopened in the wake of the storms. Could you talk a little bit about the storm damage that was done to the library and how it was repaired?
Well, back during Hurricane Irene, so we're already going back to the end of August, wastewater backed up into the building, and although we didn't have inches of water, what we did have wicked in the carpet all the way across the room. So we had to have all the carpeting taken out, then all the books packed. That was the hard part. Then they cut away the drywall. Then we had to have the drywall replaced, the ducts cleaned. It's like a project at home. It just goes on and on once it starts. Repainted, new carpet, and then 28 volunteers helped us bring the books back into the children's room. That was a labor of love for the volunteers.
Well, I know that the new children's room looks incredible. We recently did a story on the alternativepress.com about it, and it just looks wonderful. So thank you for all your hard work. I know residents out there are wondering if you might be able to talk a little bit about the services offered by the library.
Well, it's exciting. And you read in the newspaper right now that libraries should disappear or are disappearing because of the internet and whatever. But we're bringing more and more technology into the library. Downloadable ebooks, and now you can download ebooks to to Amazon Kindles and everything, which is a big deal. You can download audiobooks to Apple products, which was years of struggle to get to that point. Within the next 2 weeks, we're going to have an app, Berkeley Heights Public Library app. People will be able to search the catalog, reserve the books, look at their records, and use our databases all from their little handheld device. It's real progress, especially the downloadables.
That's really exciting and leads me into my next question. Do you have any future initiatives planned for the Berkeley Heights Public Library?
Well, Michael, you know this. As a Rotarian, we're finally going to get the new carpet in the meeting room. Our meeting room renovation was an Eagle Scout project. It's done. As soon as it was done, we filled it with books from Hurricane Irene. Now the books are back out in the children's room, and we can get the new carpet. So that project will finally be done.
That's excellent. I know in reading about the reopening of the library, it noted, and you spoke about it here today, about the 28 volunteers that helped. I was wondering if you might be able to talk a little bit about volunteer opportunities that might be available at the library.
Well, we have volunteers all the time. They help us shelve books, read the shelves to make sure the books are in order. And down in the children's room, they help with the arts and crafts projects, getting ready for things like that. They help during projects. We have a lot of really good teenage boy volunteers who come for things like the Wii programs and the Lego programs that are very successful. And quite frankly, boys know more about them than we do. So we have things like that. We try to get people more involved in our book groups who are willing to take a leadership role in choosing the books and leading the discussions and that sort of thing. We have people who come in to do programs, community people who are some of our best programs. And we have people who come in and put things in our display cases and everything. We try to showcase, public talent or residential talent when we can.
Now, if a resident in Berkeley Heights wanted to get involved and wanted to volunteer, how can they best contact the library? Who should they speak with?
Oh, well, probably me. It's the easiest way to do it. But right now, our outreach into the community, of course, we have our website, our blog, we're Twitter, we're Facebook. We're so easy to reach, to ask questions. We never get away.
And you basically took up my last question, but you might have a couple more things to add. Is other than Facebook and Twitter and your blog and the Berkeley Heights website, where else can people go for information about the library itself and the services that are being offered?
The alternative press. We're always in the local newspapers. We have flyers all over town and everything. It's easiest, though, if you give us, if people will give us their email address. We also send out email blast and a monthly newsletter, the Berkeley Buzz.
Well, that sounds great, Stephanie. Is there anything else I haven't asked today that you'd like to inform the residents of Berkeley Heights about? Well,
right now the focus, of course, is on anything dealing with technology. But we do still have things like really good children's programs, story times. Once a month, little people can come in and read to a therapy dog, which is, the dog likes it too. The kids like it, the dog likes it. We do have a very good foreign film collection, documentary collection on DVD. So, it's a mix of traditional and new. And, we try to hit the balance there and make everybody happy.
Well, thank you. And thank you, Stephanie, for joining us on This Week in Berkeley Heights.
Thank you.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education.
Right up here.
So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour
Lights there, darts there.
to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
You can be a reader, tutor, or mentor too. Take the pledge at liveunited.org/volunteer.
Do you wear this?
Welcome back to This Week in Berkeley Heights. Joining me in the studio for this week's business segment is Dr. Patrick Smith, owner of Smith Chiropractic in Berkeley Heights and board member of the Suburban Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber represents businesses in Summit, New Providence, Berkeley Heights, and beyond, and has recently undertaken a number of significant initiatives in Berkeley Heights. Welcome, Dr. Smith.
Thanks, Michael. It's great to be here.
Dr. Smith, for our viewing public, I was wondering if you might be able to talk about what the Chamber does and what is the Chamber?
Well, the Chamber is a fairly old organization. The Suburban Chamber of Commerce has been around for over 90 years, representing business interests in the community. We've had a strong presence in Berkeley Heights since 1980, and our presence in Berkeley Heights is growing, thanks to the efforts of local business people like myself. So it's business folks, corporate, local, that want to make a commitment more than just doing business in a community. They want to be part of a community, and through the Chamber of Commerce, they're able to give back to the community in many ways.
And I was wondering if you might be able to speak about some of the recent Chamber initiatives in Berkeley Heights and beyond.
Well, we're looking to expand what we do here into Berkeley Heights and to connect. My vision for the Chamber is really more about not just businesses looking to increase business, but businesses becoming integral part of the community. As such, they can connect to the government, to the schools, to the residents, to the nonprofit organizations, and really become one of the spokes in a wheel that makes a small town like Berkeley Heights great. So some of the things we're doing this year, the Chamber has sponsored Clean Communities. So we were able to get grant money and have the community cleanup day here in Berkeley Heights, where a lot of organizations come out and they make a few bucks and, you know, think about the environment and clean town up. We helped sponsor the summer concert series and held photo contest in conjunction with you, Michael, and with DeMayo's and myself, and I think that was a good start. That was a lot of fun, and people enjoyed participating in that. We have some ideas for the future in making Berkeley Heights even more connected to the business community. Through our foundation, we have the Vest Cop program, where we buy the first bulletproof vest for new police officers in 3 towns, including Berkeley Heights. We have scholarships for seniors in all 3 towns. In Berkeley Heights, we have the Joe Ciolo Memorial Scholarship through the Suburban Chamber of Commerce. So we have a new teacher luncheon every year to welcome all the new teachers to the community, make them feel part of the community, make them know that or let them know that the business community is there to help them in any way they need. So that's always very nice as well. The Suburban Chamber of Commerce helps with the Berkeley Heights 5K Charity Road Race and Fitness Walk that raises money each year to support local nonprofit organizations. We hold business networking events. As a matter of fact, this week we have a holiday networking event held locally. So, you know, we're trying to do more than just business.
Well, that's great. Now, in your mind, why should businesses join the Suburban Chamber of Commerce?
Well, you know, I think it's really easy. You know, I've been practicing in town here for 23 years. When I first came to town, I felt very much like an outsider. You know, I wanted to connect to the people, the families I was treating. So by joining the Chamber of Commerce and joining in on some of the initiatives and being able to give back and reach back to the town, it's a great way to you know, get some positive recognition for your business in other ways than just the service you provide. So I feel that's really important. You know, it's so easy just to do business. It's not easy to take the next step up and join an organization that's committed to giving back to the community and connecting the business community more to, you know, the local residents and government and nonprofits and schools.
And how can businesses find out more about the Chamber and potentially join?
It's simple. Just go to our website, www.suburbanchambers.org, and all the information is right on our homepage.
That's great.
It's also an excellent resource for residents, our website. All our members and the services they provide. There are specials, coupons, job listings. You know, as the electronic world moves forward, so are we. So our website is a work in art, let's say, and it's changing for the better, I think, and hopefully it'll provide a better resource for both the members and everyone who wants to use you know, the business member services in the community.
And is there anything that we haven't talked about today that you'd like to inform the Berkeley Heights residents about?
No, I think the Berkeley Heights residents just need to know that the business community in Berkeley Heights is thriving, and there's an organization here in town that they can get a hold of if they ever have questions. They can contact us. They can contact me here in Berkeley Heights. And they should know that the business community is really committed to making Berkeley Heights a better place.
Well, that sounds great, Dr. Smith. And as a Suburban Chamber of Commerce member, it's especially great to have you on the show today.
Thanks,
and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching This Week in Berkeley Heights. We'll be right back.
3 teens thought they were just having fun. When suddenly things took a turn for the worse. If this is what happens when you're in control, imagine when you're not.
This has been This Week in Berkeley Heights, brought to you in part by thealternativepress.com. Special thanks to the Berkeley Heights Communications Committee and the Governor Livingston TV crew for their hard work and dedication in making this show happen. And thank you to you, our viewers. For these and other local news stories, visit thealternativepress.com, Berkeley Heights' daily online newspaper. Until next time, for thealternativepress.com, I am Michael Shapiro.